Dante.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey, first pass, fake a handoff, throw, look like a crossing route. Can you take us through that play? Just what does it feel like to very first pass the game and you make a connection like that to go up 7-0?
First thing I'm gonna say is just it's great to have a team win. That's the goal. Go 1-0 every week. But back to the play, I actually say dreams turn to reality. I had a dream about that play last night. I got told about it yesterday night. That was the first play, and I was just like, wow, bombs over Baghdad. Coach Kelly always says. So just having that play, had a dream about it. Actually, we converted it, scored. So I kind of felt really good actually coming into the game with the first play. And said just having the protection, just having that type of run game, just that run game with, especially Carson in the backfield is insane. So every time I give a play fake, the defense has to respect it. Just seeing that and then popping back up and having J-Mike clear the whole field out just because of his speed and get back down to Cam Brown. And actually we were in the locker room talking to Cam about what his celebration was going to be in the end zone. So everything was just perfect. I'd say it's just a blessing having the type of guys around me.
Two games in a row now, very impressive performances. How locked? Obviously, it's very early in your college career, but how locked in and do you feel, and how happy are you with the way things are going for you right now?
A win is a win. That's probably the happiest thing you can always go through. Is every week is goal is to get a win, and we got the team win. But like I said, I'm always happy. I don't think anybody will ever see me mad or sad. I always tell people and just really just keeping the positive energy on my teammates, such as Ant. Like I said, just having him in the backfield with me, just a guy that can just take the ball and does what we have to do with it and be a playmaker. So when you have great teammates around you, great fans, shout out to the fans, of course, and just Westwood, a beautiful area with beautiful weather every day at practice. No more snow for me, nothing like that. So like I said, there's a lot of things that bring positivity around me, and that's why I love being a positive person.
Dante, we'll start with you. Just how would you rate, your first two collegiate starts? How would you rate yourself? Players always critique themselves way more than anybody else. What are the things that you feel that you have to work on?
When it comes to me, personal stats and everything, I don't really worry about. Being a leader is the main thing. Make sure I'm taking control of the huddle. Having Duke look at me and just say, I got you, and then let them know that they got my trust. And really just being a leader, getting the team win, and really then comes your personal stats with you getting the ball to your receivers, and letting the running backs do what they got to do. So I think I'm doing one great of a job, but as a player, if it's little things, miss a throw or whatever you got to do, kind of I think about it for throughout the day. So a lot of things I got to work on, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good, and of course there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, and then Anthony, man, you guys rushed 6 touchdowns today. So how important is that to help out your quarterbacks like Dante when you guys are very effective on the ground?
Oh man, to us it's very important. We pride ourselves on running hard, playing physical, playing aggressive every week, week in and week out. So just by us doing our job, we take the load off the quarterbacks a little bit, and we really pride ourselves on that, just playing hard, playing physical, and then touchdowns and everything else will follow.
You guys are now 3-0. What can you say about the confidence and the chemistry of this offense?
Honestly, I feel like our confidence and our chemistry is really high right now. Because when you have really good chemistry, when you can play well together, then the confidence will come. And so I feel like they go hand in hand. And right now, we all love each other. We have fun times together, we laugh together, we do all of that. So I feel like with that, the confidence to look to our left and right and say, yeah, we're gonna do our job, it's high. So yeah.
With me about that, fun fact. My favorite movie is Hocus Pocus, Halloween, and we both love Halloween movies, so it's just little things like that around our team. We play the game together, we all play 2K, Fortnite, just things like that. So outside of football, them little things matter. Like I say, when we go out to eat, we do what we got to do at the facility, just having that camaraderie around the team is just, it's a true blessing to have, and a lot of teams kind of like that, and that kind of, falls within how the game is played within the line. So just having things like that is just a true blessing. Like I say, love Ant next to me. Like I say, we got a lot of things in common, and of course, he's a different position, but just knowing the backfield together is dangerous.
Dante, you talked about kind of visualizing that first play before it happened. Are you big into visualization and seeing things before they happen?
Truthfully, yes, I'll say that. A lot of times, if I'm about to go into something, I always want to visualize how things are going to go. Of course, things might not go the best way it can be. Of course, something goes in a bad way. You just got to, like what Coach Kelly says, so what, now what? Really just I love visualizing things in a positive way and just having that great energy around your body before you do something. So, like I said, this was a positive outcome, and like I said, is that dream came true, and I'm dreaming more good dreams.
Yeah. Anthony, you had a big game today. What can you say about the transition from Army to here and how that kind of manifested itself in today's game with your performance?
Absolutely. I'd say my transition honestly is like going really well. As most of you know, like I played kind of a natural fullback at Army. There wasn't much like zone reads and stuff like that like we do here. So that was one thing I really had to work on when I got here. Was obviously I lost a little bit of weight because I was a heavier guy over there because I was playing fullback, lead blocking every play. And also I worked on a lot of my lateral movement and stuff like that. And as far as today, that's some of the things that I am good at. Like I brought that to the table to help the team win. Just playing hard, playing physical, playing aggressive, and the rest of it took care of itself. So, yeah.
Dante, what kind of a mindset do you have to be in for games, just knowing that your name could be called at any minute?
I can take that back just to the first game. I mean, all my life I've always took the first snap of a football game, and then of course when I was on the sideline of Coastal Carolina game, it was kind of just waiting on my number to get called. So that's I'm more excited than anything. But when my number gets called and I have to make the plays, I said I'm just hoping for the best and do what I got to do. But when it comes to that, like I said, it's hoping for the best.
How long did it take you to get used to just the physicality of the college game?
It's crazy. Actually, against San Diego State, when I landed on my head, actually one of the runs, and then a couple plays later, I got hit in the head. I mean, upper body was really sore. I know with a lot of people flying downhill, many people move faster and way more. So every hit is gonna, of course, hurt for sure. As a quarterback, we don't like getting hit, but gotta live with it,
And then, question for both of you. Today being the Black Excellence game, what does it mean just to be part of a program that does something like this?
I mean, just repping the shirt as of right now. I mean, truthfully, just being us both Black Young Kings. I mean, really, a lot of things in the world has been kind of crucial in the past, and of course, things have turned out what it is now. But just representing HBCU teams, and my sister goes to HBCU school. Actually, she goes to Delaware State. So really, having family, I've been to HBCU schools and understand the history. I went to Detroit Martin Luther King High School, so a lot of times I had to write many papers about Dr. Martin Luther King, of course, but really just understanding the history, everything is really important. And of course, as Coach Kelly and how you say the program, how we acknowledge HBCU games is something that we all appreciate for sure. And I love how we just make shirts out of it, let people present on the jumbotron and really just talk about how Black history is. So that's the one thing I really appreciate about this program.
And yeah, for me, I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. Kind of like what Dante said, I do have a lot of friends that go to HBCUs, Morehouse, Howard, GW, and just learning from them and learning how they really look at Black excellence. It means a lot because I hold some of those values too that they have, and it's just awesome, especially playing against a team like NC Central, who was also HBCU. It really means a lot to me, and I appreciate it.
Time for two more.
I know the coach was talking about how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Just you guys improving, especially during practice. If you guys can tell me how important your practice was this week and how that helped you.
I go first.
Yeah, definitely. There's been an improvement every single week. Going from week 1 to week 2 to week 3, and just the way that we practice. It really translates into the game. We practice as hard as we can, as fast as we can, in hopes of that it's a little slower and it's easier in the game. And so far, I mean, that's what it's felt like. We practice so hard, we practice fast, and going from that Sunday to Wednesday practice, it translates a lot. It translates very well. So, just the way that we practice and the way that we're improving, it's awesome.
A lot of times during my recruiting process, I've been to a lot of schools that had, of course, practices and everything like that. But one thing I will say about Coach Kelly and the way he organizes our practice is very special for sure. I mean, I remember going to some schools, or even just in high school, a lot of people will be on the sideline just watching one period fly around. But really, as Coach Kelly had, we have 2 fields, so multiple things are going on, periods around 8 minutes or how long it is. So we're flying around, getting the juices pumped. Like I said, we have catapults on, so the numbers don't lie. So really, just got to be ourselves. We go out there, and really, how hard practice is. We come to the game, and it's basically easier than how practice really is. So like I said, it's just the way Coach Kelly does practice. We all appreciate that for sure, and how he does recover.
Dante, five of you got in today in the quarterback room, which is rare for any game. Just how good was it to see Griffin and Martin get in?
I mean, just like I said at the beginning of doing all these interviews, just how the quarterback room is. Like, we always want to see everybody succeed. I mean, truthfully, when it comes to just bettering each other, if we make a mistake or anything like that, they're always going to critique, just be like, hey, do this right, do this better. You know, I saw this and what you see. So just seeing how Justin and, you know, especially like right now, Chase went out there. You know, Chase has always been like a big brother to me. Of course, he always helped me out with things. So just seeing him out there, especially his first play, he pulled the ball and ran. I mean, him going out there making his plays like he always does is a true blessing for sure. And I love how we all get out there, spit the ball around, and being was ourselves. One more thing, I'm sorry. Shout out to Ant. One thing he brought up was weight. I know with Ant, he's not a selfish person. I mean, he really takes care of his body. Like I said, I remember sometimes I'll come offer him like candy at the locker room. Like, he's just literally my roommate next to my locker. He was just saying, no, I'm watching my weight. So one thing Ant does is take care of his body, and it really proves on the football field. So like I said, keep doing your thing, bro, and I love you, brother.
Love you too, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys.